guys, you're not seeing Ghost. We are back. My name is Curly.
And I'm Kate.
Welcome to another episode of Scriptly Adapted. Listen, we have been gone for a little while, but we've been watching some shows, trying to watch some movies, trying to stay sane in the house. But listen,
Times of quarantine.
We have made it, and we got a couple of shows that we want to bring to you that everyone should be watching because they're excellent. Yeah. So, Kate, what's the first show we watched? We watched...
So, season 4
of The Crown. Yes, I beat her to it. The Crown. That's what it is. I couldn't wait for her. I was sorry.
Right.
Really excited about it. I'm sorry, Kate. The Crown, season 4, Netflix. Outstanding as always.
It's like Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip over here.
Outstanding.
I don't know.
But go ahead. You can take the rest.
Oh, thanks so much.
Take the rest.
No, but honestly, best season yet. One of my favorites. Really delves into, I mean, the story of Princess Diana has always intrigued me, especially, you know, after her death. I will watch any documentary on her. So that's really what the season kind of focuses on, is the introduction of Princess Diana into the royal family. And so it just really had some really negative backlash with the royal family. Like, there has been a lot of... negativity from them about how she's portrayed, especially from her brother, and also Prince Charles was a little concerned as well.
Would you want the truth out there like that? I mean,
I know
it is what it is.
It's tough because I think, you know, Princess Diana had a heart of gold, and she was really the people's princess.
Americans are proud of their republicanism and the fact that they are citizens, not subjects. But for all that, the glamour of royalty is seductive. When royalty came wrapped with a modern, unfussy style and an easy familiarity with popular culture, it was irresistible.
And she really was like the personification of humanity. Really, that's how I look at her.
That's good.
Thank you. That was good.
It's good.
Wow.
That was deep.
That was really deep. Anyway, but she, you know, I think what this really shed light on for me about her was that she was fallible and she was human. And she was unhappy. And I think that, you know, I think she lived kind of by the motto eventually of, well, if he's doing it and getting away with it, why can't I?
Right.
And, you know, I don't think it painted her in the best light. I don't know how much of it was exaggerated. I don't know how much of it, obviously we know she had affairs. They kind of alluded to her living quarters is like a revolving door. I don't know how true that was.
Listen, homegirl was getting it in. But listen, I didn't mean it like that. But
oh my lord,
Charles was doing his thing with Camilla. Listen, it was just a really dysfunctional relationship.
And Camilla were in love. This is the thing. Okay, look.
Listen, that's
we're not even here to talk about Princess Diana. Queen Elizabeth
barely knows Philip is still in the Buckingham Palace. She doesn't even know he's there. She just happens to see him when he's getting wheeled to the next room. Like, it's ridiculous.
I'm mad you said wheeled to the next room.
Let's be honest. They don't know each other.
Get up and walk, Phil. No, no, but you know what? It's listen, Prince Charles and Camilla should have gotten married from the get-go. She might not have been right for his image or whatever the reason was, but they are really in love. And I don't think that Princess Diana and Prince Charles were in love with each other. No, I think he grew to love her. Yeah, I think
she was beautiful and mysterious.
She was infatuated with him too.
She was infatuated with him, but
she was.
But once you get to know Charles, I guess it was like, if you watch the show, he just looks like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh.
He's always so neurotic.
He's always depressed.
Damn it, Charles! Your life is not that bad.
He's always upset. I mean, he is just the epitome of.
I guess today is Wednesday.
Yeah, he's just the epitome of down all the time, gloomy, and it's funny because it's funny because Prince Philip, his father, constantly makes remarks about Charles within the whole show of being like one of his least favorites in a way. Like, it's
sad, really.
It's just sad. It's sad to see it's interesting to see his character, but it's also sad because, you know, the guy he was in love with this woman and couldn't have her.
Really, I think what they've done so brilliantly in this season specifically, is kind of make you think it's about Diana, but it's really not. It's about Charles. And I think it's the fact that he has always been under such immense pressure to live up to these expectations and standards that are just unrealistic, but maybe are realistic for someone of his stature. But he just wants to live a regular life.
The show does also, aside from the introduction of Diana, it does give you an introduction to the Margaret Thatcher.
Oh.
The I guess the headbutting begins in this between her and the Queen. Very interesting scenes, very awesome awesome script, dialogue between the two. Where
played by Gillian Anderson.
Gillian, yeah, she threw me.
Underrated. I did not know either until I looked at her and I said, Keone, doesn't she look a little X-File-ish to you? No, I'm just kidding.
Listen, she did very...
She's brilliant.
She did the role justice.
Yeah,
she's
absolutely
brilliant in it. I wouldn't be surprised she got nominated for something come award season. But excellent dichotomy between the two.
But there really wasn't much dichotomy, though. You realize that they are different, but they are very similar as well. And I think what they're a beautiful foil for each other because they're able to pull things out of each other. I think Margaret was okay with showing emotion, and she was structured and she was very rigid in how she ruled things. But, you know, she was in tune with her emotions, and she did not allow her job or her career to stimmy the fact that she was human and had a human side. And
I got the different.
The Queen is not like that.
I got the opposite. I thought she was more mysterious in her thinking, but very calculated in her movements when it came to getting things agendas done.
Right, I will agree with that.
Done.
I don't think she was mysterious in her thinking. I think
she was. I don't think she showed.
I think she laid out. I think you knew exactly what Margaret Thatcher was thinking because that's just who she was. She didn't care. Yeah. She had plans and agendas, and she set out to do them. I mean, the Queen handpicked her entire cabinet, and then Margaret Thatcher just chucked them all out the window and was like, "I'm not doing this. Like, we're picking a cabinet that I want because they're going to be leading under me." And
so I see what you're. I see what you're saying with
very
that.
Independent.
Yes, I see what you're saying with that. But I also felt there were certain times where it was a little. You didn't know where she was going to go with certain decisions that the Queen was negatively against.
And I think the Queen resented her because Margaret was unapologetically who she was. Again, and Queen never had the opportunity to do that or be that, you know? Again, amazing performances by Helena Bonham Carter, Olivia Colman, Tobias Menzies. Tobias. He's so underrated. Watch Outlander, and then you'll know what I'm talking about.
Very underrated.
He's amazing.
But such Outlander has me scarred, and if you watch that show, I just I get a little shudder.
Tough. Outlander's coming up, peeps.
If you know
check us
what
out
I'm
for
saying
show.
By watching the first season of that show, your boy was ruthless.
Yeah, but amazing actor, and he plays two opposite different characters in the show. It's just so good. But anyway, that's a different show.
I clutched my shirt just thinking about it. Don't want to be alone with that guy in a cell in the 1700s.
Okay, now we're giving away the entire series.
Don't want to be alone with that guy. Right?
Stop. But anyway, back to him as Prince Philip. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Yeah, that was good. I thought so. But anyway, you guys check out season 4 of The Crown, streaming now on Netflix. It is fantastic. Best season to date.
One of my favorites. Now, on to the second show, The Undoing on HBO Max. HBO Max. Who knew HBO Max had some quality? But they do.
It's HBO.
You know, we had sent Sopranos out and Game of Thrones. It's been a little... but listen. Undoing. Nicole Kidman. What's his name? Hugh Grant. Yes.
How do you forget Hugh?
I almost forgot Hugh. Hugh Grant. Excellent performance. Listen, Nicole is... She's becoming like... She's that type of actress where, like, if you watch her, you're like, oh, it's Nicole. It's going to be good.
Yeah, right.
Just like how we think of Meryl Streep.
She did a lot of, like, up-close, angry, watery, bloodshot eye looks. Like, Nicole is infamous for the bloodshot eyes. I think it's because she's so fair.
But you can also tell
it's
from
just
Nicole...
like...
Yes, but you can also tell from Nicole that her forehead doesn't move. And there are no wrinkles, so you also can tell
that's what money buys you, my friend.
Extensive work Nicole has had. But it's okay.
She has not aged.
Still a great actress. And Hugh's aging
flawless.
Like a fine wine. Looks great.
Amazing.
Still can act. Yeah. Good performances. What'd you think?
Charming. Very good show. Wasn't any dramatic twists.
No, it was pretty straightforward.
There was a twist, but it was subtle enough where it was so clever, and it was if you weren't paying attention, you will miss it.
Yes,
and it's basically to give you a brief premise, the story of this really well-to-do family, upper class family in New York City, and the wife is a therapist and the husband is a doctor, and mysteriously this woman who's entered their lives, who's in Nicole Kidman's like mom circle or whatever, gets murdered. And somehow the focus falls on Hugh Grant's character.
Right.
And it's really just the story of him trying to prove his innocence and his loyalty to his family. So it was pretty damn good. I enjoyed it.
It was
5 episodes, right?
6. I forget.
It wasn't long.
It's probably between 4 and 6 episodes.
Yeah.
But again, like it was very well done. Nothing out of the ordinary. Great storytelling. Just led by great performances. My boy Donald Sutherland is in it. He looks great. Listen, I've always been a sucker for Donald Sutherland. Since, and if you guys are 90s nerds, since the Buffy the Vampire movie with Christy Swanson. If you guys remember that, you guys are film buffs. But Donald Sutherland...
How does that tie in here?
Because he was in it. That was one of my favorite movies that he was in. Donald Sutherland, right, plays the father of Nicole Kidman. Great performance.
Yeah.
Plays a father who dislikes pretty much his son-in-law. Dislikes his son-in-law.
Abhors him, really.
But his performance also really well done. And their son, the kid that plays his son.
He was brilliant. I don't know. Really no, he was great. Yeah. I don't know what they thought, like, when he did his audition or whatever he needed to do, but he was into it. He
believable,
very believable and very talented. He was a pleasure to watch, really. But the show is excellent. It's on HBO Max, called The Undoing, with Nicole Kidman, Hugh Grant.
Now, I will admit,
and it was good.
At the end of the last episode, I was a bit like,
that's because
right?
you're always waiting for this like grand finale.
I was waiting for that M. Night Shyamalan crazy twist where, I don't know, it was like birds who got mutated and they did it. I don't know. I was waiting for something ridiculous, right? But it wasn't. It was very...
that were mutated.
Listen, you know, M. Night gives you ridiculous things.
And that's why the show wasn't directed by him.
It could be a movie as simple as, going to visit your grandmother. But she's a raging, crazy lady who bakes kids. I don't know. That's how...
Oh, my God.
That's how he is. But that's what I was kind of waiting for. We didn't get that.
You didn't get
but
that
we did get a very satisfying ending.
You know what it was? It was scary because it could actually happen. It was real. It was like you're watching it and you're like,
damn, this could be on like CNN or something like that.
It probably was ripped from the headlines at one point.
Right.
But guys, listen, this is another edition of Scriptly Adapted coming to you from our home to yours.
Yes.
Check out The Undoing on HBO Max and The Crown, now streaming on Netflix, and stay tuned for more shows.
Later, guys.
Bye.
No.
She rejected any mention of proposals.
I'm determined to win this battle, Sonny. I don't often get into a fight, but when I do, I want to win.
You will, ma'am. Remember, you are not alone. It is 48 against 1.